Hi, welcome to my September review. We start this month as we finished last month, and that's with the Mars-Jupiter aspect, which happened on the last day of August, and will continue for the first 2 or 3 days of this month. Now, we also have Mercury plugging into this and making an aspect of both of them. So this buoyancy, this optimism will continue for several days. It's a good time to get on and do things, get things finished and to get ready, because Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 10th for 3 weeks. So we have difficulties when Mercury is retrograde because communication doesn't always flow freely, things get missed, and there are sometimes confusions that set in. Now, while Mercury is retrograde, you can work with the energy, and you have 3 weeks to concentrate on your relationship with friends and colleagues, because Mercury is in your 11th house. Now, it's a good time to iron out any misunderstandings and work on perhaps putting other people forward, because maybe over the last few weeks or months you may have been concentrating more on yourself. Now it's time to turn your attention to others and to make sure that your colleagues and your friends are all happy with you. There's a favourable aspect on the 6th when the Sun, who's in your 10th house of career and destiny, makes an aspect to the Moon's North Node. Now, this is a good time for your career and your work, because the North Node is in your 6th house of work, and the Sun in the 10th house combining means that there will be things happening now within your work area that will perhaps point you in a different direction. Maybe it's time to make a move, maybe it's time to try something different. The North Node usually brings some kind of message or someone in your life that tells you something that will help you to make the decisions that are necessary for you to move on. This is a time of development, self-development and of growth, so time to evolve as a person. So it's a good time to keep your eyes and ears open and listen for what people have to say. Now, the other aspect the Sun makes is to the Black Moon Lilith. Now, she's in the 8th house. This is the dark house of Scorpio. So although the Black Moon and the Sun together will bring forth romantic opportunities and a fantastic romantic fairy tale, it also can bring the dark side onto you. So just be wary that you keep things up front and don't get led astray. On the 10th we have our full moon. Now the full moon is in your fellow mutable sign of Pisces, so it makes it a very magical full moon, mystical full moon, but also emotions will be high because it's very sensitive, so there could be an overwhelming feeling and sadness could creep in. But it's a very creative and artistic full moon. Imagination will be fired up, and it's great to do anything spiritual or creative. Then the other part of this full moon is that it's in your 4th house, so the concentration now will be around home and family, and there could be things that you need to attend to in this area. Now the Sun being in the 10th house means you need to balance work with home and make sure you keep everything in harmony. Then on the 11th we have the Sun making an aspect to Uranus, so there could be disruptions to your daily routines and schedules because Uranus is in that 6th house, so be prepared for that. And also it's a good opportunity to inject some excitement into your daily life. On the 16th the focus is still around career and the home, as we have an opposition between the Sun and Neptune, but this time there's a bit of confusion that will creep in. Things will be uncertain, and it could be that it's a good time to avoid confrontation with people, because also we have Venus making a square with Mars. Now Mars is in the 7th house relationships, so there could be tension within relationships, but Venus also makes an aspect to the Moon's North Node, so here's an opportunity to use your intuitive side to make sure that things turn out well. Make sure that you don't get in confrontation, that you speak to people and you try and make them understand. But don't forget, Mercury is retrograde, so it's a very difficult time, and this can be a time when maybe you just need to let things go for now and address them later on. On the 18th we have a positive aspect between the Sun and Pluto. Pluto's in that second house of finances. This is a time when you can look at your finances and see where you can make changes and transformations, and this will help you in the long term. Also with the career features as well, it could be a time when you can rejig things around your career and maybe save some money somewhere. Now the other aspect on this day is between Venus and the black moon Lilith. Venus is in that 10th house as well. So this is a time you just need to allow things to drift away. Your fears will suddenly start drifting away. This will give you more confidence to try new things. Now Venus in the 10th house, your reputation is at stake, so make sure that the black moon doesn't drag you into anything that would damage your reputation. Then on the 19th we have these two both aspecting Uranus. So again, this will help to ease those fears and things will become much more relaxed. But there'll also be a lot of changes coming on. It's a good time to try anything that's new and exciting. On the 25th we have our new moon. This new moon's in Libra. So this is about getting balance in your life. This is about taking a good look at where you are at the moment and to be able to see things in maybe a different light so you can make necessary changes to achieve that harmony within your life. Also the new moon's in the 11th house, so this is about networking, this is about making connections now, and also to support your friends and maybe be supportive within a group situation. Now the other thing about the new moon, you have a 2-week influence now, and it's about setting your goals, setting new goals for the future. Realign yourself with who you want to be and then push forward with those new goals, but make them attainable. Don't make them too pie in the sky. Make them so that you can achieve them and quite easily move on and set new goals. On the 26th there are positive aspects, but also we have the effect of limitation and difficulty coming into the equation. We have Mars making an aspect to Saturn, which is a positive aspect, and Mars in that 7th house. It's a good time to work with friends on a joint project or something that will use your energy, and this is 5 days going forward. But we have Saturn in that 3rd house, so Saturn in the 3rd is not well placed there. It can cause limitations and within the mind, so it could be that partial state of depression comes in and tries to stop you from doing things. Don't let this happen. Push forward with the Mars energy. Now the other aspect is an opposition between the Sun and Jupiter, which can again cause optimism and an ability to get things done and get on with things, but the opportunities may not present themselves with Jupiter still being retrograde. And the other difficult thing is that Venus is caught up with Mars and they come together in your 10th house of career, and when these two together it's hard to express yourself as you would like to normally, and your desires may not come through as you would wish. We finish the month with Mercury aspect to Neptune, and both these planets are retrograde, so this is an inwardly turning energy. It's not a time to do paperwork and sign things, it's a time to relax, maybe meditate. Use the introverted qualities of these retrograde planets to explore your mind, maybe do some meditation or some spiritual work and see where it takes you, because this can be a very exciting time for you with the effect of you going within yourself. Also, perhaps have a massage or listen to some music or go watch a show. Anything that will relax and soothe the soul will be fantastic. And then we look forward to next month because we have 3 planets turning direct, including Mercury, and we also have a very intense eclipse happening in Scorpio. So tune in to find out what's happening in October.